Here we are with Lina and Paddington Bear's babies. They're kind of talking to us. Yeah. This is like the, I'm just kind of flabbergasted between this and our snowflake. We are finally getting these colors that not everybody can produce. It's really kind of hard to find the right combination, and to have an entire litter with the same coloring is just really neat for a breeder. So I'm really excited to have this kind of peanut butter color, this beach sandy brown color. It's not an apricot, and it would be considered a red. It's in the red family. Like over here, this little guy right here, he would be considered a red. In any litter, he would be a red. And these would be considered, I guess, if we had like our Beasley litter, we've had some of these colors, which are still considered red, but they're a light red. But this is all over, just kind of, I call it peanut butter because it does look like this is the color you get from a jar of peanut butter. So here we have, and these are all males. This is an all-male litter. We have 6 boys, and everybody is pretty much equal in size. We don't have a little one or a big one. So let's just go over here and look at what we have. We have our brown collar boy. Hi. Then we have our blue collar boy. Yeah. And then we have our green collar boy. Hopefully you guys can see with all this sun kind of shining in brightly. And then right here we have our yellow collar boy, white collar boy, and then here, trying to get back in to the group, whoop, 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 let's turn around. This is our burgundy color boy, and he has white markings around his face here. Yeah. And on his chest. Yeah. And we have been getting that from Paddington too. So I'm not sure if it's a Lina or a Paddington thing. But Lina is actually a cream color. Her mom is this color. Her mom is a peanut butter, which means that she was a red, and she came from a line of reds. And of course Paddington is from all of our Beasley beans, and so we have that line of red. There's a little bit of white. We have a little bit of white on our chin. Yeah, so we're not quite as active as Duke and Daphne's. They're just a few days behind Daphne's in age, and those few days can make a big difference. Kind of like snowflakes, they're just a little bigger. They play hard, rest hard, so this video is not all that exciting, but at least you can kind of take a look at them. Next week, hopefully, we'll have a little more exciting. We have 3 soft cotton wavy coats, or I should say a wavy mix, in this litter, and that would be our white collar boy, our green collar boy here, and our blue collar boy. So for those of you who have contacted us because you're familiar with Professor Raymond on Instagram, Professor Raymond is one of our Bree and Duke puppies. Same mix-up, same generation. We call it an F1bb. I think they've announced him as an F1b, and we may not have actually labeled that litter. That was their very first litter, so we have since labeled it an F1bb because Mama is a poodle and Daddy is an F1b generation Goldendoodle. And this is what we get out of that. We do get some curly. It is not a super curly. It's not a poodle, but it is much more curly. You can see the wave here. So we've got our curly here on yellow and burgundy. And then finally way over here on our brown. And those are going to be your super asthma friendly dogs. Very little dander on those. And then of course the wavy coat is what's going to look like the Professor Raymond. This is Professor Raymond's coloring and that same type of coat, although I don't think he was quite as wavy maybe. I'd have to go back and look at his baby pictures just to make sure. But anyway, everybody here is super sweet so far. We don't have any domineering. As you can see, they're just a bunch of, I guess the girls will probably call these guys potatoes too. They're not as, you're just so adorable. You are adorable. My heart is breaking because we wanted to keep one from this litter, and it turns out we cannot keep, and there are so many boys, we wanted to keep a girl. So we are skipping on this litter as well, and I'm kind of like, oh, You know, everybody always asks me, is it hard to let them go and not keep them? Well, yes, which is why making sure that everybody has a home before I start getting too attached is a really good thing, because it's exciting to see everybody love on their puppies and be excited, especially all the kids. And that way I don't feel bad when they go. But yes, it's hard to let them go, especially when you start to get to know their personalities. They're just like your little babies. Yeah. You're like, listen, I want to sleep on the pile. Leave me alone. All right, guys. So this is Lina Paddington's F1bb. These are mediums. And we do have a few picking spots available left in this litter. I need to check my email. Make sure that somebody hasn't already placed a deposit. But so far, that's what I have available. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.